In the Southampton side today, it's the same starting 11 for the third game in a row, meaning a 250th appearance in a Saint shirt for Klaus Lundekvam. On the bench today, Agustin Delgado makes his return after 5 weeks out with a back problem. So Joe Tessens again preferred to Brett Ormrod as James Beattie's strike partner. Paul Telfer continues in the right back position with Jason Dodd still out with a torn calf. Watch out for Fabrice Fernandez on the flank. He has been in terrific form of late. Gerard Houllier makes 2 changes as Liverpool try to halt their slide down the table. Salif Diao suspended. Emile Heskey gets the nod alongside Michael Owen in place of Neil Mellor. Jimmy Traore returns to the side and he'll come in at left back to allow John Arne Riise to push up into midfield. That means Elhadji Diouf switches to the right. Houllier confident Liverpool are yet to see the best of their Senegalese international, who's made something of a habit of scoring against Southampton this season. Danny Murphy there alongside Michael Owen. Something of a role reversal at St Mary's today. Liverpool can't win, Southampton can't lose. Liverpool were top in November, remember. Michael Owen expected to be the Premiership's outstanding marksman. Riise testing Niemi, and Owen almost with the follow-up inside 20 seconds. It wouldn't have been the fastest goal of the day. Alan Shearer has that honour. But Riise here testing Antti Niemi very early on. The ball just slipping between his fingers. Michael Owen almost pouncing with a follow-up. Now by Ancho. Oakley. Wayne Bridge, another of the England internationals on display today. Fabrice Fernandez will certainly try and take on Traore down that flank. It's Oakley. Delap. Judgment by Wayne Bridge, but a bright start to the contest. Liverpool so determined to end this abysmal run. Steven Gerrard hoisting it forward. Riise again well advanced. That's a Liverpool throw. Riise himself just giving the ball a bit of a dusting down for launching it in towards the big man in the middle there, and it's Murphy. No chance for a line for Antti Niemi today. Liverpool very quickly out of the trap door. Antti Niemi, brought in by Gordon Strachan, has displaced Paul Jones, and he's been in terrific form. Gerrard striking it this time. More than 50 international caps for Antti Niemi, the goalkeeper from Finland. And it wasn't just the initial save from Riise, it was coming to block the follow-up from Michael Owen as well. 2 terrific stops from the goalkeeper. Wayne coming down quite heavily now. Diouf. Carragher's header. Tesson. Tidying up here for Bridge and Marsden. By Sami Hyypiä. Trippier, glanced on by Juve. Delap. Interesting how Southampton react to that sparky spell from Liverpool. Risa. By Telfer only as far as Danny Murphy. And just trying to nick it on for Emil Heskey. Full of creative ideas, Danny Murphy, but in the meantime, Michael Owen just needing a little bit of treatment there. There's a left hand, it would seem. Dave Galley, the Liverpool physio. I think as a result of that early collision with Antiniemi. He's won plenty of cups. So I wonder if the Liverpool job is becoming something of a poison chalice for Gerard Houllier. Liverpool told to stay united, to stay strong as a group. Liverpool today will have to do something no other Premiership team has done this season, and that's to win at the home of Southampton. Traoré almost losing out to Fabrice Fernandes. Falls back to Chris Kirkland in the Liverpool goal. Also giving Lundegvam a bit of a run around. Owen for a Southampton throw. And inevitable comparisons between Michael Owen and James Beattie today. Michael Owen, very much the current incumbent of England's striking jersey. But one wonders whether James Beattie and Michael Owen as a pair might even work particularly well. There is an international against Australia at Upton Park next month. Fernandes. Bridge. Beattie yet to really get any sort of a sniff at Liverpool's goal. Here's Michael Owen though for Liverpool. It's Owen. There's a steely determination in the eyes of Michael Owen. Credit to the defender for perhaps just putting Michael Owen off his shooting target there for a moment. Beattie going up for it. Tessam's flick. Marsden. Heskey there against Svensson. Heskey certainly has the physical strength. Admits himself he's not been in the greatest of form, Emil Heskey, this season. It's been disappointing for him this year. He scored the one Premiership goal. Risa's free kick, and Heskey! It's almost like a huge sigh of relief for the red half of Merseyside. Emil Heskey gets just his second Premiership goal of the season. And who knows, maybe Liverpool can win after all. Heskey it was who won the free kick. Heskey it is who converts from the wicked delivery from John Arisa. Nothing Antti Niemi could do about that one. Fernandez. Well, I wonder what's going through the mind of Gerard Houllier. He's restored Emile Heskey to the side today. Preferred to Neil Mellor, another of the up-and-coming young talents to emerge from the Melwood training ground. But Emile Heskey there with almost a trademark goal for him down his career. And strikers, more than perhaps any other position on the pitch, they really thrive on confidence. And when a striker gets a goal, just look what happened to James Beattie. Sometimes his form's been patchy, but when he's on a goal-scoring run, he's unstoppable. And Liverpool will surely now hope that the same applies to Emile Heskey. He hadn't scored in 19 previous appearances since the beginning of October. His only Premiership goal against Bolton Wanderers. Scored a couple against Spartak Moscow in the UEFA Champions League. Now here goes Tessem for Southampton. Just too far ahead of James Beattie. It's something to lift the home fans. Tessem getting in behind, expecting Beattie to be on the end of that. And Southampton with a corner. Two centre-backs joining the likes of Tessem and Beattie and Delap inside the Liverpool area. Beattie. And Beattie again. This time, I think it was Emile Heskey defending at the back who smothered that shot from James Beattie. And you wonder if Liverpool are about to end their run today. Well, they've got the perfect start at least, but Southampton with a long, long way to go before they'll concede the points to Liverpool. In by Marsden. Oh, and Kirkland there, did he take it outside his area? Fernandez says he did. Chris Kirkland having to improvise and be very alert there. The linesmen today, assistant referees I should call them, Mike Tingey and Kerry Richards. Here's Heskey and Ange Diouf. Heskey, Risa! Just deflected off Telfer, I think. Wow, what an important touch from Paul Telfer. Liverpool have dominated the opening 18 minutes. Gerrard. Applause from Chris Kirkland. But, did he keep it in? Well, I think you have to give him the benefit of the doubt for some very clever handiwork there. Looked into me. And here's Heskey, chance for number 2, this time Niemi blocks him. Well, the chance for Emile Heskey to double Liverpool's advantage, but Antti Niemi with his 3rd excellent save already of the early evening match. Lovely play. Bridge foraging down the flanks here for Southampton. Real drive and determination in the run. Bridge. Tessem almost connected. Go through for Fernandez. BT almost got a touch to it. Marsden. Difficult one for Kirkland. Knocked out by Traore. Now Risa for Liverpool. Midway through the first half, Liverpool 1 goal to the good in the Barclaycard English Premier League through Emile Heskey. And but for this man, Antti Niemi, could have been 2 or 3. Juve. Michael Owen coming in. Free kick given against him. In fact, free kick for a little bit of a tangle possibly involving Heskey, but there was the chance that he had a few moments ago. Marsden dispossessed there by Gerrard. Heskey ahead of him through the middle. It's Steven Gerrard. And Chris Marsden just took his eye off the ball momentarily, and Steven Gerrard was very quickly snapping at his heels. Heskey there rather pulled the attention of Michael Svensson away from Steven Gerrard. Fernandez. The ricochet of Traore favoured the Frenchman. Having said that, the other Frenchman comes away with it for Liverpool. Telfer. Well in by Sami Hyypiä. Heskey. Juve to the right. That's the area Liverpool want to try and exploit today. Carragher, Juve, a run through the middle by Gerrard. Even John Rees has popped up on that flank as well now. Positive overflow of black shirts on the far side. Given away unnecessarily by Southampton. Juve goes down. Michael Svensson, the defender. It was from about this sort of position that Liverpool scored their goal. Seven Southampton players in a line. Risa again. Where's Heskey going? It's Heskey again, almost Beattie it was who cleared. Almost a carbon copy of the goal, but for the final header on target. Heskey. Juve. Against Michael Owen. But Heskey looking very strong today. If he'd have gone just a fraction earlier, he might just have nicked it ahead of James Beattie. Beattie's header finding Marsden. Juve knocks it away for a Southampton throw, despite what he claimed was an elbow from Marsden. Bridge. Fernandez. Keeping Rory Delap at bay. Beattie, well, nearly Beattie, it was out by Huppier. That's a glorious ball by Traore to find John Arne Riise almost the length of the pitch, and it's won Liverpool a corner. If ever you want a textbook pass on how to turn defence into attack, Jimmy Traore has just provided a great example. Liverpool winning on the corner count as well. Murphy. Owen making himself available. Instead it's arrowed towards Emile Heskey. Now Elhadj Diouf. As we move into first half stoppage time, there's 1 minute to be added. Gordon Strachan, you sense, just gauging the mood of the supporters, looking at the atmosphere and how he might turn this match around. Murphy on. Straight against Heskey. Riise wants it played square. It's Riise, deflected. It's another Liverpool corner. Well, have to be pretty smart to take it. Emile Heskey's presence has been one of the key factors in Liverpool's dominance in the first half today. Oh, he's not given the corner at all. Certainly looked as if it took a deflection to me. Beattie. Fernandez. Telfer looking for Tessem. Jabbed away by Gerrard. Diouf. Here's Owen. Oh, he almost had a goal inside 20 seconds for Liverpool today. Only 2 minutes of added time played. Well, a thoroughly satisfying first half for Liverpool, and for this man in particular. Emil Heskey getting just his second Premiership goal of the season after some splendid work by Antti Niemi had kept the Liverpool score down. It's been all Liverpool in the first half, and Southampton with much to do if they're going to get back on level terms here. Their unbeaten home record is in great peril today, because at half-time it's Southampton 0, Liverpool 1. Southampton with 45 minutes to reverse the outcome of this match. A snapshot on inside the opening 10 seconds of the half, warming the fingers of Chris Kirkland from Joe Tessam. Heskey on for Risa. Southampton, one of two top-flight sides, unbeaten at home at the start of today. And they're determined to maintain that record. A free kick for a foul on Oakley. Middlesbrough, the other side, of course. Southampton's last home defeat back on the 20th of April last year against Everton. 13 at St Mary's since. Chance for a quick reply in the second half here, but a wasted delivery. Fabrice Fernandes, who joined the Saints just over a year ago from Rennes. James Beattie still tops the goal-scoring charts at the moment, but one ahead of Thierry Henry, whose Arsenal side will play West Ham tomorrow, and just one now ahead of Alan Shearer after his quick-fire goal today against Manchester City. In fact, taking away Beattie's record this season of scoring the quickest record in the top flight this campaign, which Beattie achieved at Newcastle after just 71 seconds. Shearer's goal today timed at around 10 seconds, giving us the fastest goal in Premiership history. Beating the old record of Ledley King for Spurs at Bradford just over 2 years ago. Gordon Strachan really has done a wonderful job down on the south coast. Took over in October 2001 after Stuart Gray was sacked. Here's Michael Owen. Heskey in the middle. Owen teasing Lundek Van. Murphy coming forward. And Liverpool with a corner. So often Danny Murphy seems to be the extra man. He seems to arrive from nowhere. And he's particularly adept at getting forward from midfield, Danny Murphy. This is Murphy now. Gerrard. Traore. Delap. Good surge of pace from Rory Delap. He's a midfielder who does thrive on running at opposition defenders. And he'll take the throw himself. Traore back as far as Delap. Fernandez. Fernandez may have the gloves, but Delap has the better grip. Beattie and Traore almost lifting each other off the ground there. And Traore makes the point to the referee. Beattie backing into Traore. Shows you the strength of James Beattie. Southampton yet to really trouble Chris Kirkland in Liverpool's goal. Gerrard's header. Here's Michael Owen. Away by Bridge. Foul by Heskey. I understand from down in the dugout area that Stefan Orsho there, just heading back towards Chris Kirkland, is claiming he's feeling a little bit weak at the moment and has asked for some cakes. Break on here for Liverpool. Risa, good early ball. Chance for Michael Owen, who's missed it. And you wonder whether that would have put the game out of Southampton's reach. It was a great break from Liverpool. Wonderful early ball from Risa. Owen took it well enough with the first touch. And then rather scooped it wide. It was only a matter of inches. But in those sorts of positions, you expect Michael Owen to bury it. Which has been his rise to prominence in the last 5 years. Again, Liverpool well on top in terms of chances created and shots on target. And here's Beattie now for Southampton. Marsden and Tessam in the middle. Beattie goes down. Liverpool come away with it fair and square. You can almost sense the anxiety between Michael Owen and Gerard Houllier. This sort of level, chances like that have to be put away to guarantee you points. Will that now be the catalyst for a Southampton revival? Murphy lifting it forward here. Michael Owen again in pursuit. When you compare the strike ratios of Michael Owen and James Beattie down the years, well, Michael Owen 0.53 goals per league match through his Liverpool career. Beattie with 0.31 goals per league match. Historically, Michael Owen with by far the greater striking success rate. But Beattie recently has grabbed all the headlines. Now Heskey forging his way in between Southampton's defenders. And what's he won there? It's a throw. Bridge isn't happy about it. Good response from Heskey today. Recalled in place of Neil Mellor. And Wayne Bridge here to be spoken to by referee Steve Bennett for the dissent, the decision against him. Steve Bennett's controlled the game well. Thought he handled the floodlight failure between Birmingham and Arsenal last week particularly well also. Cometh the hour. Risa. That was really a wonderful ball by Murphy, but a chance here for Southampton to break. They've got a lot of players behind the ball at the moment. Only Tessum as an outlet. Telfer closing down El Hadji very quickly. Lundekvam actually keeping it in play. Juve. And he scored 3 goals against Southampton this season. Why not have a try? Liverpool could and maybe should have been further ahead than this. It's left the door just ajar for Southampton here. Now Heskey for Risa. Lundekvam's clearance. Gerrard, now Murphy. Trying to work the ball. Here's Carragher. Juve. Juve's shot. El Hadji. Apart from Southampton, the only other goal he scored this season was against Ipswich. But this is the time when Gerard Houllier and Phil Thompson have said that only the strongest will survive. Clear indication that the weakest players, those who do drop their heads at a time of mini crisis, will be released in the summer. Some would say it's a major crisis for Liverpool. It's not quite their worst ever run. 11 matches without a win. They're 3 off the current record. The worst is 14 without victory. That was in the period between December 53 and March 54. It culminated in relegation. But they're having to be on their guard here. Carragher turns it behind. It's a Southampton corner. Michael Svensson, Klaus Lundekvam, James Beattie, Brett Ormrod. And across comes Fabrice Fernandes. Oh, they had a line across the edge of the area for a Liverpool free kick for their own corner. Another slightly unusual technical stance they're taking. It didn't really serve its purpose. Corner going behind and back in again from Fernandes. Beattie not best pleased, I don't think. Really focus in those eyes. Hit long for Heskey. The flag is up. Little flick there by James Beattie trying to turn his marker. Stefan Anjou just holding his ground. Bridge. Delap seems to have been pushed more into the wide position on the left side of midfield to allow Anders Svensson to be more central. Troy just allowing it to roll behind. It's a goal kick. Fernandez very eager to get the ball back in play. Well, Wayne Bridge seems to have picked up a bit of a knock, and he is the man to come off here for Southampton with just over 10 minutes to go. And it's Agustin Delgado who's going to be coming on here for Southampton. The Ecuadorian striker, who scored against Arsenal in the Premiership and scored in the League Cup against Liverpool. It's Heskey in possession now, whose goal separates the sides. Well played by Delap. Carragher. Gerrard. It's like a buffer in midfield. And extra security for Liverpool that they will need more and more as Southampton push in search of an equaliser. This is Fernandez. Telford to his right. Anders Svensson through the middle. And he's trying to seek out Brett Ormerod. As I mentioned earlier, Wayne Bridge is one of playing in every one of Southampton's games from the start. Goes back to March 2000 against Borough. So a little bit of a notable point from Wayne Bridge's point of view today, but here Elhadj Diouf down and winning Liverpool a free kick. Will Liverpool rue the missed chances? Delgado chasing. Falkland safely away. Anders Svensson. Ormerod leaving it for Fernandez. He's run straight into Risa. And Owen here on the burst. Heskey makes his run. Owen holds it up. Intelligent use of the ball by Michael Owen. This is Diouf. Murphy to the right. Elhadj Diouf. Little floater. Neither one thing nor the other really from Elhadj Diouf. Yet to win over some of the Liverpool supporters. But certainly there were some interesting tactical decisions for Gérard Houllier today. Playing Diouf on the right, he does have Vladimir Smicer, player with whom the manager has shown a lot of faith in the last couple of years, although he's not necessarily Vladimir Smicer, one of the Liverpool fans' favourites, I don't think. So, Hupia. Liverpool need total concentration at the back now. Southampton getting more and more striped shirts into their opponent's half. Fernandez. Forward by Anders Svensson this time. Stretch to keep it in play. It's still alive. It's almost off Osho for an own goal. But it's behind and it's a corner. The ball lashed into the middle. And the header from Lundekvam. Well, Southampton giving it their all. A proud record at St Mary's is on the brink. I mentioned players departing. Liverpool have let Gregory Vignal and Bernard Diomed go to French clubs on loan. Here's Michael Owen, beautifully taken by Owen in his stride. Now El Hadji Diouf. Can they wrap it up now in towards Heskey? It's Murphy. Roy Delat, by the way, has taken the left-back position that Wayne Bridge has vacated. They've not had to sort out a replacement left-back too often, Southampton. Here's Diouf. Waited too long. Came back off Fernandez. Ormrod now. Rather stubbed it. And the news on Wayne Bridge, it's a calf injury. Oh, and Delap has let it run. Heskey onside. And then Delap rather clumsily trying to chop him down from behind. Well worked by Heskey. This is Diouf. Carragher. Great Liverpool teams of old used to play keep ball at this sort of stage of a match. 1 goal advantage. Take it in the corner. Waste a bit more time. Close out the match. This Liverpool team, despite all the cups they won the other year, yet to achieve true greatness. Last time Liverpool won the championship, 1990. Oakley. Anders Svensson. Combining with Michael Svensson. And the chance for guess who? It's Beattie, and it's blocked by Kirkland. There's a flag up anyway. And a correct decision by the officials. Beattie just twisting in behind Jamie Carragher. Been compared by his manager to Ali McCoist, a radiator, Gordon Strachan has called him. Says he's a real pest off the park, but he's a great pest. You can probably judge his form on the number of decibels in the dressing room. Diouf. Well, Delap waited there. He thought that was a Southampton ball. Liverpool, I'm sure, will be in no great hurry. Two minutes for Southampton to get an equaliser. Gerard Houllier can only sit and watch as he hopes that his team will end this run of 11 Premiership matches without a win. And within sight. Telfer. Lundegvam. Southampton pushing Michael Svensson forward here as well. Now here's Delap. That's overhit. It's just not quite clicked for them today. Liverpool on their first half display, you would argue, have deserved the victory. The second half has been a far more even contest. But Liverpool could have been 2 or 3 up by this point in the match. Fernandez. Telfer. And the header angled wide from Anders Svensson. Maybe their last opportunity. Just underneath it, rather, Anders Svensson. Driving rain hasn't dampened Liverpool's spirits, but a crowd of over 32,000 in at St Mary's. And that, in fact, is a record attendance. Liverpool with their first win in the Premiership since the 2nd of November against West Ham, and they certainly have their memories back now. No signs of amnesia for Gerard Houllier's men today. Emil Heskey, perhaps overlooked at times, he is the match winner, just his 2nd Premiership goal of the season, and Southampton's home run of 12 matches unbeaten at St Mary's has come to an end. Heskey used his power and strength in that first half to torment a Southampton defence who were kept in the match by Andy Niemi on more than one occasion. I'm sure a huge relief for Gerard Houllier tonight. Full time, Southampton 0, Liverpool 1.